Welcome back to another Buy or Invest. This time we have Tokyo Revengers. This is one of my favorite anime from the past year. What these videos look to do is I go over my thought process on how much I want to buy for my own personal collection. And then I go take a look further into what makes this set great or bad, and then I invest based off of it. What do I mean by invest? That is me buying extra product in the thought that this is going to go up in the future, because if you want to invest in anything, you want to give it the greatest possibility of increasing in value if you ever need to sell it. My disclaimer with that, as always, is I don't look to sell any of this stuff. I want to keep it all when I get older and all that, and open it, hoard it all for myself, and pass it along, hopefully, if somebody comes along that actually likes that anime. I think that would be very awesome to just hand down and have that experience with somebody else. This set comes out on July 29th. There is still product available. I was not in any hurry to actually do this because I don't want people to get in the habit of just pre-ordering way too early based on what I say here. So I didn't want to actually have that happen, as there is still product out there. As you see the past releases for prior sets, you could see that you can actually spend some time to just think about what you want to do with this set, and that's what I was doing with this set. So this set overall is normal-ish. You have 100 type of cards and 52 parallels. For the drop rate, I know people are going to be asking about that. So 1 SSP and 3 TRVs is what they saw on the Japan side. Obviously, that can change when it comes out to English. I highly doubt it will. There also is quality issues, as we've seen with HoloLive, so you might not get the same amount. I know also people are saying that that is more just than average, and I don't buy that at all. I think that was highly quality issues. If not, we would have all of these issues in Japan, people talking about it, and all these other sets that would have had that happen all along. So I highly doubt that. It was probably just the overall quality issue. So what I expect to have happen here is 1 SSP, 3 TRVs matching the Japanese side. If it's anything different, then you got really lucky or really unlucky. Really lucky or unlucky, whichever way that goes. So as for what's in this thing, we got 7 super special rares, 14 Tokyo Revenger rares, which are just overframe rares, 8 triple rare, and 23 super rares. Overall, there are 10 double rares, so that's what I meant by this is a normal kind of set. You're not going to have to open extra product than normal to actually get your double rares. Again, there are 7 signature cards, and that would be from the voice actors of Takemichi, Hinata. We got Mikey, Baji, Mitsuya, Emma, and Chifuyu. There is the super special rares. They're pretty awesome looking, and what you're going to come to find out is, even though there are 2 nice looking girls here, these are not the most expensive cards. Their big card here is going to be Mikey. The guy with the red brick and the nice looking hair. So he's gonna be he's the one with the red brick back there. Overall, I think these SSPs look okay-ish. I mean, you could see the love went to Emma and Hina here, and the dude just got like some brick or bullet kind of backgrounds, right? It's kind of not the greatest when you think about it. When you compare like what's happening here with Hina and Emma versus the other 5. There is another person here that more than likely should have had a signature card. As you can see here, I believe it was this one that should have been the signature card. What happened was the voice actor, we don't know what really happened. People were thinking it was something about breaking up with or cheating on another lady. I believe it was Lisa, or non-disclosure, and I'm going to put my money it was on the non-disclosure. Nobody really knows for sure, but breaking an NDA sounds like it's clause to probably strip you of your rights here, as in this signature. So I'm going to go with that one. I went with this one as the one that should have been the SSP, more because of the bullet holes like everybody else having. I mean, I know there was some bricks, so whatever. I mean, he got 2 TRVs is what's going on. So as you can see, here are your TRVs, which are your overframe rares. You could say maybe this one right here with the brick. I went with the bullet hole. Actually, maybe, I don't know. I mean, he does look fancier in this one right here, but you can see Mikey off to the left having like sort of ish same bricks. So that's why I went with that one. And this was your SSPs, which what I was going for. But in the end, it doesn't matter. He doesn't get one. So we have these cards. I tried to group them up by what was happening in the actual picture. As you see, Baji ended up here on 3 of these with different people. Well, actually, 2 different people. And you can see the progression through time. I'm going to try not to spoil this for you. I mean, if you already watched my Tokyo Revengers opening of the Japanese side, then you probably already know a bit about that if you heard me talk through that. If you see these groupings, I did this on purpose because it matched kind of ish what happened on this show, like the progressions. And that's what I wanted you to see. I love looking at these cards. They're so great. All the memories from the actual show. This is a show that is about love, friendship, love lost, and revenge, and I guess vengeance, and redemption. It has a lot of things going on with it, but overall, you can feel the friendship in there, the hurt, and being there for each other is what's happening here. So. A lot going on. There is gangs. As you see, there is different jackets here going on. We got some black jackets, we got some white jackets, and this says a lot. this green right here, love, lost, and redemption and revenge. So there you go. It's got everything. If you like that kind of anime. So as you can see, here's your bond of friendship, being young together. Doing things for each other, as we have Draken down there bowing his head. So, and here is love and partnership. It's amazing. I really do love this show. It's so good. Just looking at all these different cards is amazing. So I was just flipping through, like before I was doing this video, I was like flipping through and I'm like, oh man, so good. So good. Okay, and then we have your super rares. So your super rares, as you can see here, we have very lovely cards. I didn't pick them all. You saw how many SRs there were. I just picked a few of the fancier looking ones. As you can see here, we have Draken and Mikey. We got Takemichi and Chifuyu, and they're wearing their suits. They're looking really nice. And right here on this one, there is a difference between Japan and international and what's going to be coming out for English. So here's your booster box climax. On the left is the censored one. On the right is what we will be getting on the English side. The reason again is if you take a look at the symbol on the left card, it is not a swastika. It doesn't mean Nazis or anything like that, but to avoid any sort of confusion, we have the card on the right as our replacement so nobody gets upset about it. Same thing happened on the trial deck. On their actual uniform was that Manji symbol. It is not going to be on the one on the right, so we are getting the one on the right. As you can see, the pictures come from Nova TCG on the right. So thank you again. I just took that from your site, but there you go, Nova TCG for all your card supplies. I don't think I have supplies, but all your card needs on the Japanese side. Okay. Trial decks, July 29th, 2022, same date. Trial decks, 20 type of cards. That's normal, 12 parallel. Seems okay. We got 2 signatures, 8 triple rares, and 2 super rares. You're going to be looking at Takemichi and Hinata. Overall, pretty plain-ish looking. I know people are a little bit disappointed on how it looks. I definitely love the signature on the left-hand side. Tournament Store PR Pack. Again, this will be happening for Tokyo Revengers. You need to order a booster box from a local tournament game store, and you will be able to pick up one of these packs. You should be able to anyways. If they do get those packs and they do not hand you one for the booster box, you need to ask for it. That is if they still have any left. Normally they're right as supplies last, something like that. So just make sure if they have any and you bought a booster box, then you need to pick it up from them. Do not let them sell it on the internet or give it to one person, something like that. Anyways, next up is anime following. This thing is pretty huge. 8.12 score, popularity 124, almost 1 million people. they actually did make a live action of this. There will be a season 2. So overall, this was pretty big. See, spring 2021. So past year, really nice. Encore deck. So taking a look at the actual meta strength of this, I do like the standby. If I were to play this, I would say try to play this in any sort of tournament setting. I would use the standby version. Again, you would be looking at the Draken and the Mikey combo there for your standby. Your level 1 and level 3. I do like the Draken early play too. That is a level 3. What I would actually be playing more if I wanted to feel the flavor of the actual set, if I wanted to relive the moments, I would probably play this one, the 8 choice, which would have your Takemichi and Hina just sharing the love, the hurt, the redemption, and the partnership all in the one. I think that would be pretty interesting to play. I don't think it's the greatest. Just so you know, I don't think this is the greatest of decks to actually play. I would just play it more for the sake of playing it. And I think it's okay. It's not the greatest. If you want to know more about cards, about these decks, I would say check out these two. I just typed it into YouTube. I found them. So Pittsburgh Weiss Schwarz, I always talked about them. Go check out their set review. I just picked up this blue one, but they go over all the different colors. And then you have Nendao's, who actually did a low rarity version of what cards to actually play. So check those two out. There's definitely other people. I've always said Strictly Broken, Burn One. Plenty of people out there that review cards, and you can take a look. Okay. All right, so now we get to the prices. How did it do in Japan? So the two sites I used again were Yuuki, and the other one is Nova TCG. There were some images missing from Nova TCG, so then I went to Yuuki. I know some of the dollar amounts in yen, it's kind of weird how it interchanges, but roughly the same. So as you can see here, your big one is Mikey. 59,800 is what it was looking at. It was humongous because again, you're going to want to use that card for this actual set. Overall, when you take a look at this, the girls were not the big ones. Like I said, you have Hina as 250, Emma 128, and overall, I mean, you can see over there we got Baji over there 128, but just think about it, Mikey is the big one. Even though I like the artwork, right? Like we go back here, I'm going to show you these nicer cards. I like the artwork of the girls. The big one is Mikey is the one you're going to be looking for. And here we go. So Trial Deck SP, Hina 250 sold out. Takemichi 30. He was not everybody's favorite. So if you are looking for a case of trial decks, that is what you're going to be looking for. So most people will more than likely just avoid. I would say, this isn't like a Roxy, this isn't a Toru, this isn't one of those kind of deals. This is Hina, it looks okay, is what we have here. So TRVs, where you're going to be looking at, there's some decent ones, right? As you can see, definitely sold out across half of them. That's what we're looking at. So overall, nothing crazy. Again, you get 3 per case is what the Japanese rates were going for. But overall, like the Draken, the Mikey together, 50 each. And then, and then we got Mikey down there with 50. So overall, you're going to be looking for Mikeys and Drakens. And then that really nice looking one, but horribly sad one of Takemichi, the second one. And it's sad, super sad. And now these are the Nova TCG versions of pictures. So this is our triple rares. When you take a look at these, triple rare value, not really, humongous on this one, right? Like just taking a look across, I mean, it makes me think about Mushoku Tensei, right? Like you had the Roxy and the Ghislaine standby cards, triple rares, they're in the 30s, 40s, 50s for a while there. When you take a look at this one, standby Mikey, 4th card here is $14.99 still available. Your Draken, $8. You do have a Mikey triple rare down here, $4.30. But overall, you can see if I want to play my choice deck, the 2 choice, not so expensive, so pretty nice that I can actually get some triple rare climaxes for a decent price to play in a deck. I think that might be doable here. And then Mikey. So you're going to be looking for Mikeys. You see Mikeys. Mikey equals your Roxy in this set. Okay. Next one we have is your SRs. I can see with your SRs, nothing too crazy, I think, just glancing through. And SRs, yeah, nothing crazy humongous or anything like that. So don't worry about it. I mean, this is one of those ones where I think it's like if you want to actually play a deck with flashy foily cards, you'll be able to do it this time around. Maybe that's just because of the set, the meta, which is not the greatest, I will say. It is not greatest. Thinking about what's coming out or what is out, you have Hololive, you have Mushoku Tensei, you have quintessential quintuplets with the 12 standby, and then you have Danmachi. So if you remember me saying here, you're going to be playing 8 standby possibly. You can play choice. I see people with pants, but what I see is Danmachi coming up here being anti-meta. So you have that to contend with too. So meta-wise, not the greatest. And then your double rare cards, pretty affordable. How about that? That's the correct word. Yes. Mikey over there, $8 sold out on Nova TCG. So we'll roughly see about that. We got Hina over there for $7 sold out, and Draken $5. So overall, it'll be okay. It'll be nice. It'll be nice to play a deck that's somewhat okay and decently priced. We'll see how much it gets opened. I think overall, like just looking at this, thinking about the meta, I think there's going to be some opening without like people seem to be going on this whole waifu thing and all that. We'll see what happens with the set. You know, kind of the same thing with Attack on Titan, where you know it's not explicitly about the girls versus like the guys in this case. So we'll see the test of guys versus waifus, and we'll go from there. And promo cards, again, we had that promo pack. Promo cards, nothing crazy here. All right, nothing going on here. And lastly, I want to show you the trial deck. Is the trial deck worth picking up? You're going to want to use that Hina over there from the trial deck, the 0/0 that's sold out, $5. Most decks play 3 or 4 of these cards that I've seen, so you're going to be wanting that. If you want to get some of the triple rares, go for some of the triple rares, and then do that. But if not, I mean, you can easily just buy the singles of this, I would imagine. But honestly, I would just buy the trial deck. Then, you know, just buy singles. Okay, anyways, at the very end of the day, we got Takemichi over there yelling, trying to power up. If I remember that right, trying to power up over there. We got anime, 4 stars. Definitely, you know, what's coming up, what has come up for anime. Season 1 was really good. Live action, for them to do a live action, it was like a huge thing. And then anime season 2 coming. Meta strength, as I said, you have to deal with Danmachi, and then you have to deal with just other standby decks, which, you know, you got Quince coming out, you have Mushoku, you have Hololive just being Hololive, doing everything that it has in there. So it does have a lot of issues versus other decks coming up. And so strong anime, girls are not the focus in the set, so that could be a plus or a negative depending on who you are on this. Like, you might be tired of seeing all these girls or kind of half naked, and this, you don't have to worry about that. You're gonna see a bunch of dudes in it, which, you know, again, I'm fine with it. I like the anime, it's great. It was not the focus. There is love, as you could see here, but definitely not the focus. Meta strength is okay, and anime season 2, January 2023. Why I make mention so heavily on the anime season 2 is we know that Weiss Schwarz is okay doing follow-up power-up sets. So even if this isn't the greatest right now, more than likely, I would imagine if season 2 does well, then we probably should be seeing a set 2, right? Just think about it that way. Let's hope not. It's not like a Rising of the Shield Hero season 2, but more like a Tokyo Revengers on par for Tokyo Revengers season 1. That would be really, really nice if that worked out that way. But that is everything. So I'm definitely going to be, I mean, obviously I'm buying for my collection. I love this anime. I even opened the Japanese one. I will be buying and I will be investing a little bit into the set. Again, there will be that possibility of a set 2 eventually down the line, thinking long term. Overall, I don't know how this set is going to do in the short term. I know play sets, I've seen them in like $235 with a trial deck is what I've been seeing. It's kind of nuts how low it is, but it is definitely lower than in the past, and that's just really competition between stores. I think I just wonder really how much is going to be open. That's the big question mark. Are people really going to be chasing this for Mikey, or they're going to be looking for the Hina and Emma? Is this going to go the way of Japan price wise? Or is it really all the last focus in the past couple sets? Is it really just all about the girls or certain people? We shall find out how this goes. I think this is going to be an interesting experiment. But with that, as always, have fun, be happy, and don't spend anything outside of your budget. Have a good one.